Hi there, welcome in. So I thought I'd come on and do a collective reading on the new moon in Cancer, which is tomorrow, July 14th. And of course, so that means I'm recording this on July 13th. I almost said 17th. I've got something. I think I'm going to go live on the 17th for Twin Flames doing their, that's my number, it's my Twin Flame number, 17. So hence the channel. Anyway, we got some things flying out here. So let's get on with this reading. We got rock bottom. Oof, boy, we have pulled ourselves out of some deep rabbit holes and some pits over these last years, right? Things are shifting. Things are shifting. This is, it feels like this is like trusting the journey. You know, we had to hit the lowest parts of ourselves. We had to get acquainted with the darkest and most shadowy parts of ourselves so this healing can occur, right? What else came out here? Oh, that's a lot. We're going to take it. We've got Come Together. I love Jerez. I'm a freak about Jerez, so this is such a cute card to me. I love that. Come Together. So this could be, this new moon in Cancer could be the tipping point, because this summer I've been reading and getting this feeling that this summer is big on twin flame unions, right? If you're not a twin flame, that's okay. Maybe you've got a soulmate coming in, and that's incredible. Mountain. Well, there might be another obstacle. Let's take a look. Let's keep going. The Golden Palace. And I've got unexpected visitors. Without tapping into the book for these cards, I just want to read what I'm feeling here, which I'm sure you can appreciate. I feel, okay, so the new moon in Cancer is all about healing, you know, personal issues, right? What do I have written down here? Emotional healing, setting personal goals for ourselves. So I am feeling healing here. I want to say that as a collective, we are on the right path to the higher consciousness. The unexpected, the word unexpected is giving me, you know, Uranus vibes here. How is, I don't know. I'm going to check. I want to know how Uranus is. I don't think it is. I think the only aspect that is being made to this new moon is Mercury. So there isn't any Uranus influence. But once we get over that, once we get through this new moon energy, the only way out is through. You've got to go through all of it. You've got to feel all of it. So whatever is coming up for you in the terms of connections, really sit with how that feels. And I feel like I can say you might be surprised. Some of you may get a visit, a literal knock on the door. A literal knock on the door. But I want to say, whatever is coming up for you, don't shy away from it. Open the door to it. Let it in. Let it be processed. Let it be integrated. Things are about to shift. We are about to shift into another timeline, another one. We have been flipping timelines like, yeah, we're just riding the wave here. We are just riding the wave. That's our advice. Just keep going. Just and enjoy it. enjoy it, have fun. The dolphins are all about, I noticed that too, Spirit, thank you. The dolphins are all about joy and happiness, and my angel message this morning was playfulness. Be playful, you know, have fun with the depths of the emotions that you get thrown into, you know. Um, instead of being thrown, allow yourself to step into it, swim in it, you know, the water is our emotions, it's our consciousness. And I was being shown that the mirrored numbers there, 41 and 14, so it's very significant, Spirit is saying. So we're going to leave that there. We're going to head over here to my favorite deck. Notice the eye roll. The Good Tarot. Pray very hard that this deck speaks to me the way that Spirit needs it to. Ooh, goodness gracious. How did that even happen? I have no idea. That was interesting. I've used this deck so little that it's still very stiff. So, oh my goodness. All right, let's just shuffle the other way. All right, Spirit. Please talk to me. Please talk to me. Please talk to me. I'm hearing one of my guides giggle. Is that you, Daniel? Yup. Collective message for this new moon in Cancer. We've got the Lovers. We've got love coming out. Make love, not war. Make peace, not war. Ah, that's beautiful. King of Air, King of Swords. And the Ace of Cups. Ace of Water in this deck. Seahorses, specifically the male, may be significant for you. And I say that only because it came in conversation yesterday, and that's not a typical subject that comes up in conversations, right? The male, how the male is the one that carries the babies, gives birth to hundreds, maybe thousands of them at a time. Actually, and then I saw a video of it. So there's something about, hold please. I'm gonna look that up. I thought I used to have a book. I'm specifically putting in the male. Fatherhood, nurturing, strength, balanced, and masculinity. Well, this depicts the strength card, does it not? So let's okay, so he carries the birth and births the young. He challenges the traditional gender roles. He serves as a powerful totem for embracing vulnerability, equal partnership, and the gentle art of caretaking. I love that. So I'm going to go back, and I'm actually just going to take out the word male and seahorse. Patience, resilience, adaptability, and good fortune. Because it anchors itself with its tail, but gracefully moves with ocean currents. There's that ride the wave, go with the flow. It spiritually represents staying grounded during turbulent times while trusting the natural flow of life. So I do feel there could be some turbulence only because I've got this mountain. And what's a mountain? It's an obstacle. It's a distraction. It's an interference in the path that you're walking, right? Well, the freaking thing's in my way. Now what do I do? That feels like it's an anchor card between the rock bottom and come together. So connections that may have been through quite a lot, maybe coming together with like-minded souls. And literally, this just is speaking to me. You could have a knock on the door. You might have a surprise coming. And you get to choose how you handle this. Ace of Cups, love, the Lovers, the King of Air. Using your intuition, using your discernment. Being grounded, you know, because King of Swords wears that heavy armor, right? He's grounded. But yet he can still tap into the highest frequencies. I want to say, know your heart during this new moon. Know your heart. And speak that out. Be very clear. If you're asking for someone to come knock at your door, you better be freaking clear that it's exactly who you want it to be, and that they're here to speak some truth, right? You've got to be clear about that. Because I have a feeling that unexpected visitors, where's my book, can go 10 ways of wrong. If that's not a saying, it is now. If you expect the unexpected, you'll be prepared for miracles. Okay, so I like that. Detours, surprises, and paradigm shifts. Not what I was expecting. Expect the unexpected. So there is Uranus energy. No matter how detailed your plans are and how clear you believe the road ahead to be, so no matter how clear we are with our intentions that we're setting and our goals that we're setting, right? There are times when the best laid plans are waylaid by unforeseen circumstances. This feels like that, right? At first, it detours. You may need to go around it, or through it, or dig under it. May seem inconvenient, but a surprise turn of events signals that the adventure of life is beginning to get interesting. No one can plan for synchronicity, for fate and destiny to meet. Expect spirit, who knows what you can't comprehend for now. Who knows what you can't comprehend for now? There we go. Life is full of surprises, so stay on your toes. You weren't expecting. Oh, hang on, I missed a whole sentence, whole line. Stay on your toes and enjoy this exciting new adventure you weren't expecting. This is the ride the wave, right? There is a plan for your life that may not match up with your agenda. Okay, like that. Expect the unexpected. Expect a miracle. Don't think someone could just show up at your door? Yeah, they can. If you're sending that out, so be clear on the signal you're sending out. I do want to say that. Be clear on the signal you're sending out. I do feel I can say that this is the start of unions. I think I can safely say that. Anything else? Let's see. We've only got a few cards out here with the tarot. What else do you want to tell us? Good tarot. What say you? What say you, good tarot? for this new moon in Cancer. Ooh, holy cow. Holy moly. All right, let's get settled here. We have the Hermit. All right, I'm being guided a little bit here. We have another Ace, Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles. Yep, something about grounding. Ooh, this is about an embodiment. I gotta write this down too. What else? Two of Cups. Yeah, this is the coming together, the physical manifestation of unions. If you're on the twin flame path, if you're a true twin flame, I feel like you're going to be starting to, you've already started to feel rumblings about this, okay? Or at least had this feeling, this knowing, this, I don't know, something about that King of Air is very psychic to me today. We do have the Five of Wands here. She looks downright pissed off. Just a look on her face is like, really? What the F? Maybe that's the what the F about whatever this obstacle is, right? I feel like I can say we've already transcended that obstacle, the biggest obstacle, but is our ego, right? Twin flame path or not, this is not a twin flame reading. I'm just putting that out there that this is the beginning of unions. We have another one here, but you know, all of us collectively, you know, it has felt like a bit for the last few years that it's been like pushing a boulder uphill. But we're doing it. We've done it. Fortune's wheel here, Wheel of Fortune. So I've got 2 10s here. Things are shifting. You're seeing the truth of things. You know those puzzles. They're like, you know, like images like this where you look at it and you see one thing, and then you can look at another spot on it and you see something totally different. It's a, what are they called? They're usually black images, and it's like, what do you see? And some people, if they think from the, you know, one side of the brain, they'll see one thing. With another side of the brain, they'll see the other. They, you know, see it from another aspect. You know what I mean? They'll see something different. Everyone's perspective is going to be different on whatever this is for you. All right. But the great thing about that, perspectives are shifting, is what I want to say. I'm writing all that down. Come here. Oh, this deck is so big. One more card to finish up the spread, then we can do a little clarification here if you need me to, Spirit. This one. Thank you. Oh, and that one. The strength. There's the strength card. Let's see. It's like maybe, I mean, we'll look at, we can always look at her dress as being a little tattered, right? She's tired. She's gone through a lot. And she's kept choosing from the heart space. She just kept choosing love, kept choosing herself. It was a hard battle. But she's tamed the inner beast, right? And now it's time to show that to the world. Damn, it's just her. Ooh, just roaring. And she's like very calm. She's more put together. She's more rested. Want to say something about Lionsgate again. I've been saying that for quite a while. If you've been watching my videos, Lionsgate is big. I've been picking up how it's really big for pivotal moments for twin flame unions, like that for a lot of them. This is by far the first year. I mean, we've had unions every all the time, right? But this year, there's something about this year that, to date, since we've been talking about twin flames, collectively, this is the biggest gateway of unions. I think I've already written that down somewhere. But just in case, thank you for bearing with me. Or I can just keep hitting that pause button and you're like, here I'm glitching on the screen here. But there's a Five of Wands that came out with that strength. It's been a challenge. It has been a challenge. I feel like that's coming to an end, though. I'm sorry if you hear people are outside. So talk to me why the strength and the Five of... Oh, my goodness. It's the Five of Pentacles, not the Five of Wands. It has been a struggle. You may have had to leave some people behind, some things behind. And you still may need to leave some things behind. But I want to say something grows from that. There's just something about that card, and there's new growth on her. And there's a bird. I think there's a bird in, yeah, you can't really see it. You wouldn't be able to see. It's like it's covering this part of her breast. It's a tiny little yellow bird. But there's still hope. There's still, there's that word. There's still hope. It's like you can do this one, redo this one. You still got these seeds that you've planted. You've still got stability. Maybe this is about letting go of, I wrote down perspectives are changing or shifting. The perspective that there is separation if you're on the twin flame journey. There is no separation. There's no separation from God if you're not on the twin flame journey. There's that's your strength. Your strength is the divine. Look at this energy depicting the divine coming through the window that we can't see it, but it's coming in. Can I clarify, Spirit, the mountain? Oh, and look at that. There's the divine. There's the one of the... Sorry, did I just hit that? There's the divine coming in. You know what? If you're going to bear with me, thank you for bearing with me. I'm going to read that card. I want to see if there's anything deeper that it wants to say to me. You have the capacity to flow around any obstacle this is the time to adapt. Sometimes you'll come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. There was no separation. That was the lie. That was the illusion. That's what's being dropped. It's a very interesting new moon in Cancer reading, but that's what's being dropped. I do have the Five of Wands down here and the Five of Earth. There's something deeper here. I'm really praying that I get it here for you all. Nothing separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer, but why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? Be like the rivers that flow around mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you do decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action. So yeah, so there are going to be some of you that will be guided to take the little bit more challenging path. Use your discernment, trust your intuition. But there is love that gets anchored in with this. Whether that's love that's outside of you, grandkids, kids, a partner. Something comes together and it gets anchored, at least energetically. I'm going back and forth between the individual and then the others. It's like I feel like I can say we've learned so much about ourselves. Like we've learned what path we're going to take. We've learned how to take those paths because we've taken them before, or how to do the path differently if it's a path that we're choosing to, to go down again. The universe is definitely here supporting you, supporting all of us. The wheel is turning up in our favor. And Spirit just wants you to remember there was never a separation. Never a separation between you and God. Whatever you call it. I use the word God. I use the word universe. There was never a separation because it is you. It is you right here. It is you. And there's a recognition of that, there's a calling in of that energy. Because we've done the work, we've done the healing. We've done the healing. So again, I'm sorry, I was going to clarify the mountain. It's going to be different for everyone. What that exact obstacle may have been or is. Eight of Wands. Yeah. Something like Flynn. Flying like Flynn, like fast moving, like Flynn being like very quick energy. Of course, this is a lot of downloads, a lot of messages. This could be opening up communication. Like I said, you may have a knock on your door. And the mountain's mouth is open. You see that? There's something to be said here. What is that? It's like now we're being given the opportunity to be and act as the version of ourselves that we've come to. We're being given the opportunity to emanate emanate the love. Is that the right word? Emanate the love, like shine it out to others. We're being gifted the opportunity to speak our truth. Six of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. You okay in there? I'm getting that word hope again. Look at her stare at those stars. It's like she's really built on her dream. She's been very clear on what she's asking, you know, praying, you know, to the universe, wishing on a star, whatever she's doing. I know this is Nine of Fire. I'm not reading it typically as the Nine of Wands that I would. This is saying something different to me. You've done the work. The universe is gifting it back to you. What that is going to be different for each and every one of you. Some of you, this is going to be a love that you thought was done. But the thing is, I want to remind you, you remember, you never gave up hope. You've gained a lot of wisdom from the path so far. Chariot. Clarifying the Hermit. Yeah, taking what we've learned and putting it out there, moving forward, taking it with us. It's kind of like the Fool energy, taking it with us on the journey. That's all we're taking, is our wisdom on the next timeline. This new frequency that we've risen up to, we're taking that and moving forward. It's the embodiment of that. Talk to me about that. The embodiment. I can't even say the word. The embodiment of the higher Justice and Four of Wands, Four of Fire. Yeah, I'm gonna say, if you're on the true twin flame path, this brings union. But for those who are not, this is just something incredibly beautiful. It's like you're on the right path. We've got the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 card, right? And then we've got the 11 card. So you might be seeing 1111, 111, you know, 111111, a lot of places. It's just definitely going to be a celebratory time. This truth is like, now you get to live as the truth of who you are, because of the healing that you've done, because of the work on yourself that you've done, because of the obstacles you've not run away from. You know, the Nine of Fire, she doesn't run away from those wands. She examines each and every one of them, and she plants it into the ground, and she moves on to the next pattern. Those wands are our ancestral patterns, our you know, our past lives, you know, as well, that, you know, we're meant to, you know, heal, clean up, integrate, whatever, you know, on this journey. I want to say, collectively, if this is resonating, what we've put out the universe is going to start blessing us with the same energy back. And it's not going to be like it may have been in the past where it was a half-assed intention and we got a half-assed, what we thought was a half-assed response from the universe. We were given exactly what we were given out, right? And we look at it and go, well, that freaking sucks, man. Well, we recreate what we're experiencing. So this is about, the embodiment and creating the exact experience that we wish to, what we've worked hard for to create. It's manifesting. Some of you is going to be a twin flame connection. Others is going to be a soulmate coming in that's just going to, maybe a salesman's going to knock at your door and you're going to open the door and go, wow, the energy just hits you, right? Or you start talking and there's like this banter that you just like, it's so easy. Whatever has been difficult in the past, or quite challenging in the past, you've learned a lot from it. I've got to say that. We all have. But I've been saying this in some of the zodiac readings and in private readings. And I believe I said it in one of my recent collective readings. The convergence. The path that we chose to go down that felt like it was a divergence from where we actually wanted to be, where we wanted to be in the first place, how to grow just like we did. Now that path is in ourselves, we're aligned with it. We're in alignment now. And the universe is bringing it in. And it's going to be different for each and every one of us. I don't feel like there's any resistance anymore, because now we know the truth. There really was no separation. And we're going to start to feel it. So this new moon is bringing in unions, soulmates, an internal, I want to say a return of can get it out, a return of an internal knowing. That's funny. Okay, so the internal knowing used to be here in the gut, in the solar plexus, right? It's gonna be here. The majority of this work is being done on the heart space. Two of Wands. The World, Ace of Air. Another ace, three aces. Ace of Swords there, Ace of Air. Four of Cups and Six of Cups. All right, yeah. I've been getting this in the last few readings I've done. What maybe opportunities you've missed out on before are being returned. The old timeline, when we're calling it old because it was like back then, could be 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 20 years. It doesn't matter how long ago it was. It was just a timeline that you thought was going to go in one way and it went in a totally fucked up way. Um, that timeline, whatever timeline got effed up, is returning with this new moon in Cancer. And I gotta say, this kind of just feels like another run on of the Venus. Maybe it was a Venus and Virgo reading that I'm talking about the convergence. I can't remember, and I can't read my notes. So, can't help you out there. But if you've watched any of the collective readings, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is happening because there's a true knowing, a true understanding, that an acceptance that there was never, ever a separation from God. And I don't care what you call it. Name it whatever. If that word makes you uncomfortable, just change it, okay? There was never any separation. And this is the moon that opens the heart to that fully. I am going to leave that there. I could probably do some more, but I'm not going to. I think that's a good place to end. Happy new moon in Cancer, everyone. I love you. If you're new, welcome. If you've been with me for the last couple years, I'm so happy that you're still here. I love you. I appreciate every one of you for being here. Having an incredible new moon experience, however you celebrate it, or even if you just let it go by without even acknowledging. It's going to be good anyway. Sorry to bust your bubble, but it is. However this plays out, it's time. The universe says it's time. It's time for these timelines to come back around so they can be lived properly. Not just experienced, but lived properly. All right. I love you. Talk to you next time.